How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of hopeful IPA goodness in the form of Lone Pine Brewing. It's their Brightside IPA. I've done my fair share of Lone Pine beers, at least review-wise. A bulk of them have come from beer bales from up north, whether it be, I believe, Steven or Tyler. A bunch of the guys, Max, guys up that way, I believe, have sent me down some of this stuff. This one actually comes... Well, it comes from Lone Pine, or at least the marketing firm that works for Lone Pine. Their marketing firm reached out. I think they worded it like Lone Pine wrote us saying that we should send you beers, so hopefully that's the case. Thank you very much. Anyway, but they sent me this, and they sent me another one, their OJ, which oddly enough I haven't had. I'm sure I've had sips of it, and like line chairs and stuff like that, but I've never actually drank one to my head, so I'm kind of excited to dive into these. Let's dive into this one. Brightside IPA, we're talking about a 7.1% alcohol by volume. American India Pale Ale. Words. It says here, this beer is a euphoria of hops. Heavy-handed additions of American hops present illuminating notes of fresh citrus and ripe melon, assertive, complex, and bright. Unfiltered, unpasteurized, because all good things are wild and free. That's a song there, right? Keep refrigerated. Hoppy beers are better fresh. Live yeast may settle. Done and done. And this was canned at the end of January. And this is about the end of February. So a little less than a month old. Let's put it that way. Ooh, clear beer. Clear beer alert. I'm liking it already. Let's put it that way. Getting a little bit of a head in this sucker. Label-wise, it's alright. It reminds me of kind of like a surfboard company logo or something like that. Something you see at like PacSun or Billabong or some shit like that. As far as beer goes, that's clear beer. I mean, there's the ever so slightest bit of haze to it. But in the grand scheme of things, that, in today's standards, is very much clear beer. Beautiful head on it. It looks very much more like a Pilsner or a Kolsch than a Pale Ale. Index finger, infinite creamy head, kind of cascading from microscopic to medium kind of bubble sands, a couple stragglers. That ever so slightest bit of kind of particulate kind of haze to it. Very soft, subtle carbonation. Definitely looks more the part of a Kolsch or something like that. Or an old school Pale Ale. Let's see if I get a nose. I mean, it's citrus rind with a little touch of pine. Very, very, very subtle touch of pine there. But it's that bright lemon pledgy Mr. Clean. It doesn't smell chemical, and that's not what I'm trying to say, but it has that kind of sharpness to it, that brightness. Like if you were to like eat like an old school kind of like a pick into a lemon or a grapefruit, and you get that little spritz in the air of a little bit of juice that kind of popped when you're kind of trying to peel it or something like that. That's that kind of vibrance you're getting. You're getting that lightness and that brightness. It smells pretty good. I mean, it doesn't smell anywhere close to 7% and change. Yeah. It smells like a beer I want to be 4%. Let's put it that way. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah. I mean, it's like a lemon, orange, grapefruit menage of citrus zestiness. There's a nice sweetness to it. It's a little bit... Now, you know what? I'm going to pull back. I was going to say it's a little bit kind of crystalline, kind of sugary sweetness. It wants to be that, but it doesn't get there. So that's a cool trick it's playing. The reason why I backtrack so quickly is because I was thinking about it, and when on the finish, it actually ends up finishing dry. So you get that little pop of sweetness at the beginning, finishes dry, makes you want to go back for more. This is verging very quickly into danger beer territory. Again, this is the beer I want to be 4%, but it's 7, so we're kind of screwed here. They talk about melon, ripe melon. I can see like a melon skin character. That's the way kind of some of the bitterness comes off to me. So it's very much rindy across the board, but not overly bittering. There's a bitterness there. It's probably on par with the sweetness just because the sweetness isn't that big. It has a little bit of heft to it. It's not as light as you would expect based off of kind of that liveliness of that citrus zestiness in combination with the way it looks. It does have a little bit of heft to it, but it's not a heavy beer. Let's put it that way. I like it. The only thing I don't like about this beer is that it's 7%. I want this beer. I want it so bad to be 4 or 5%, but it's just not. And you can tell that it's not a 4 or 5% beer. I'm not going to sit here and say it's drinking like that, but these are the kind of flavors I really enjoy in a little bit lighter of beer. So if I'm going to really sit here and kind of just kind of nitpick, because I think it's really well done and it's really tasty, a bulk of the Lone Pine stuff that I've had previously I've dug. This is the profile, this is the assertiveness that I want in a 5% beer that's a little bit lighter. It plays well at 7%. I just want to drink 5 of them. I don't want to drink one of them. You know what I mean? That's just me being a little bit, I don't know, romantic. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, so I dig it. I mean, it's not overly complex. It's very much rind forward. Like I said, that lemon, grapefruit, orange, rindiness, that little bit, I'm starting to get a little bit of kind of melon fruitiness in the taste too. So they're kind of nailed it a bit on the label there. And, you get that bitterness, which isn't too big, and bouncing on that sweetness that isn't too big. Appreciate the dry kind of finish on it. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. It's very kind of old school with a decent amount of new school sensibility in a very fun way. Is it one of the better IPAs I've had? It's in a conversation. It's not towards the top. It's not Mount Rushmore status. I do like mine to skew a little bit different than this, but that's just personal preference. Here, what you're looking at is really well done, tasty AF, clear IPA. You don't see a lot of those nowadays, so that's a good thing. Value and availability, actually, I don't know. We do get their stuff around me, oddly enough. I haven't seen this one on the shelves. So if somebody out there wants to let me know what's what when it comes out of pricing this, that would be pretty awesome. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like new school IPAs, but you like clear beer and you like to live in both worlds, you're getting that new school sensibility with the way that hop plays. But as far as drinks, with that kind of lack of haze and a little bit more drinkability, even though it's a little bit heavier at that 7.1%, if those are worlds that you dig and you like them to be kind of together, there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. There's a sign up there. I don't have to say this stuff anymore, but hey, I'm going to say it anyway. For the podcasting stuff, hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little time to shine right now, son. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.